Hey peeps, we are back. We are talking The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 6, Episode 2.
This is why they call you the first lady from hell.
No, you good.
Okay, so let me say something though, because I know you, I love you, I respect you, I have my own relationship with you.
I appreciate
but I'm just
that.
meeting Gizelle, and I'm a good judge of character, and she has a beautiful heart.
So I'm a bit confused. I would think that you would stick up for your friend, the person who brought you to this event.
I'm not really sure about Mia. She called you a B before you even got there. Also, you came with Karen, and Gizelle went in on Karen before Karen went in on Gizelle. So I'm not really sure why you don't have Karen's back. And then you made that comment that you are a really good judge of character. Maybe you're not. I'm just saying, I would keep watching and hoping for you, Mia, because I think that you are actually just trying to make sure that you hold on to your position on the show by trying to befriend everyone, maybe trying to befriend the girl who thinks that she's a queen bee around here. I have no idea, but Gizelle is not who you think she is.
You're gonna attack me.
That's not an attack.
I was gonna say, in all fairness, if the conversation is between Karen and Gizelle, then let it stay there. I don't think it should be a gang up.
It's not a gang up.
I really do appreciate Wendy saying that this conversation should stay between Gizelle and Karen, because Robin was trying to jump in and throw a few digs at Karen. It was Gizelle and Robin against Karen pretty much. And it seems for some reason every single season Robin feels that she has to be Gizelle's cheerleader, Gizelle's bodyguard. She's always team whatever Gizelle is doing, and most times Gizelle is in the wrong. And Robin is right there backing her up in this craziness.
This is enough. And I'm the one that's walking down the aisle again. When is your wedding?
After COVID, when's yours?
It will be soon. In a protected environment where loved ones can come together and wish each other well, in a real wedding, in a real relationship.
So she's basically trying to say you don't have a real relationship? I mean, this is ridiculous.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's my reality. Mine is a real.
Everybody.
My whole face froze up. I said, oh my gosh, here comes Karen with the gut punch. I mean, that was a gut punch. And sorry, Robin. You know, Robin tried to act as if she was so offended. I can't believe she's doing this. Oh my gosh, why is she doing this to me? Weren't you just getting smart with her and jumping into her conversation? Ma'am. You and Gizelle love to dish it, but you can't take it. When you are one of the people in the group who is always causing friction, always spreading rumors, always creating chaos, when it comes back to you, when it's turned around on you, you don't get the opportunity to call foul. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. If you can give it, you better be able to take it. I'm just saying. Andy Cohen, it's time to get rid of Robin and Gizelle. Both of them. You know, Wendy finally admitting that she had her butt done. Girl, who cares? When the girls got there, they asked you. They said, hey, Wendy, did you get your butt done? And you said no. And then she comes back with this, I just wanted to acknowledge it on my own terms. Girl, please go on about your business. One thing I did notice, before they left Wendy's house, Mia was asking all the girls for their phone numbers. And I thought, pretty interesting. There's zero loyalty to Karen. However, you know how Bravo does it. They will pick one housewife and ask them to usher in the new housewife and say that they're friends. And I think that's one of the reasons this show doesn't work as well as it used to. I think that when they put together the housewives, they should actually put together housewives that are friends. Housewives that have known each other for a long time. Housewives that actually hang out with each other. And housewives who are actually rich. You know, run a few background checks on a few housewives before you put them on the show. I'm just saying, you know, I don't know anything. I'm just saying. You know, there's a lot of alleged criminals on The Real Housewives. of all the franchises. And there's a lot of alleged broke people on the Housewives on all the franchises. And yeah, just a little background check, little credit check. Let me move on. What am I talking about? Okay. So we do get a chance to meet Mia's husband, Gordon. Listen, I like Gordon. I really do. He looks great. I don't know what his age is, and she doesn't either. But he looks good. He looks good. You know, he's got a bald head, and Karen is hoping that Ray will shave his off. And I understand that. Anyway, Mia has 3 beautiful children, one 3-year-old who is very partial to sprinkles, okay? When she found out there was no sprinkles, she had a complete tantrum. Ran off to her room and slammed the door. I said, oh my gosh, somebody run out and grab some sprinkles. Anyway, she lives in a beautiful penthouse overlooking the Baltimore Harbor. They have 14 chiropractic locations spread out between multiple states. She is a busy working mom and a businesswoman. You know, she is a busy working mom and wife. Her husband didn't really appreciate her taking business calls in the middle of bonding time with the family. They're trying to cook breakfast and make cupcakes. You know, they got things to do, and he didn't appreciate it. But she was able to multitask. Most moms are. You know, that's pretty much our middle name. You know what I mean? Karen multitasking Smith. You know what I mean? That's what moms do. We are able to do 16 things at once because everybody needs something. Then we check in with Candace, and it seems that she's working on her acting career. She's in the middle of filming a pilot that's being shopped around. She's also going to school for her MBA. She's also recording an album and has allowed Chris to be her manager. Well, I said, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Chris isn't a manager. Chris is a chef, okay, who is teaching online cooking classes and golfing all day. I don't want him managing nothing. I'm just saying, good luck with that. And I'm also saying, good luck with your acting career. Ashley has a visit from her mom. And can I just say, listen, Ashley's mama came in there and asked for a drink. Ashley pours her a glass of vodka and orange juice. Did anybody else notice how big that glass was? I said, well, how much of that is vodka? Is she driving? That was just a huge glass. I was thinking it would be one of those short glasses, but you know, that's not my business. So she talked to her mom a little bit about her marriage with Michael because, you know, that's everyone's question. Everybody wants to know what's going on. This woman is 31 weeks pregnant and she is concerned about her marriage. You know, she wants to make sure that she is pleasing her husband in every way she can. And most wives want their husband to be pleased. They really do. However, being pregnant and being that far along pregnant, the last thing you need is additional stress, wondering if I am not able to fulfill my wifely duties for this dude on a regular basis, is he going to run out and sleep with somebody else? That is the last thing you want to be thinking about. So the fact that she is doing the best she can to fulfill this man's needs, it doesn't make me enjoy their marriage. I mean, I never did, really. I don't know. It's something about Michael. It's something about Michael and Ashley's marriage that I just don't like. And I guess that's okay because that's not my marriage and that's not my business. But I don't like them together. But they do make some beautiful kids.
The first time that I've really seen Gizelle's house because of the pandemic, the West Wing interior is great. The exterior is horrible though. It literally looks like a house attached to a house. It doesn't make sense.
I agree with Robin. Gizelle has done a really good job with her, you know, refurbishing the home, or as Candace called it, a barn. Even if some of the colors are a little different, but that's her place. You know, she's allowed to jazz it up and, you know, be as fancy as she wants. But I agree with Robin. The exterior is a little odd. It does look as if they've put two homes together. And I don't understand the side garage carport with the open window. Why have a garage if you're going to have this big, gigantic open window on the side? Yeah, I don't understand it. Anyway, she's got a house, okay? So Gizelle and Robin are talking about Gizelle's fake storyline relationship with Jamal, and she tries to give Robin that same little lie that she's been spreading, that due to COVID, you know, she doesn't think their relationship is going to work. Ma'am, there was never a real relationship. Stop doing this. Honey, just admit it. Okay, the jig is up. Everybody knows that that was fake and it was for storyline purposes. But what really ticks me off is she keeps on bringing up this intimacy. And then last season, she was bringing up the BJs with the pastor. Now listen, I do realize that everybody sins. Everybody has a little sex. People enjoy the sex. I enjoy the sex. I'm sure you enjoy the sex, even if it's biblically wrong, if you're not married. But when you are a pastor, you are supposed to follow the rules of the Bible, okay? And if you happen to possibly break the rules of the Bible, you're supposed to repent. And you are supposed to have this beyond reproach reputation. Well, Pastor Holy Whore does not have that reputation, okay? But I am positive that if I was a member of his congregation, I would not want to see Gizelle on the reality show talking about her intimate sex life with the pastor. Not my pastor. That is not how my pastor would handle his business. I'm just saying, you know, Karen mentioned that Gizelle was the first lady of hell, and that was kind of funny, but that wasn't nice. Anyway, I'm just saying, ma'am, stop talking about this intimacy with this pastor. Robin, pretty much in her side interview with the production team, she's calling foul. You know, this is ridiculous. She didn't say it in the actual words, but she knows this was just a fake storyline. Girl, bye.
A woman apologizes to me, I don't ever need to be around Karen.
I mean, and then she wants to always talk about Juan.
First of all, you just bought a house. Second of all, Karen, you'll never be able to buy a house. You owe so much in taxes.
Right.
I can say Ray will die before he buys a house.
Oh, God, don't
I can say that.
I just don't like that. It was either last season or the season before that when Karen mentioned that Ray's taxes are completely paid. And wasn't it last season, Robin, that you were making some kind of payment arrangement for your taxes? Why are you talking about this woman and her taxes? Karen has been married for 25 years. Gizelle, where is your husband? I mean, I'm not saying that to say something's wrong with you because you don't have a husband, because I don't have one either. I mean, girl, be quiet. It's time to grow up. So Karen has decided that she's gonna throw a party at her house, a little luncheon, a little love luncheon, where she's inviting all the girls and their significant others. And those who don't have significant others can just come alone or bring a friend. Of course, everyone's invited and everyone is coming except for Gizelle and of course Robin. You know, they are bitter and they cannot compete when it comes to throwing the shade with Karen, so they're not gonna come, and they were not missed. Wendy has a dinner at her house with her parents. Her mom comes over. She admires Wendy's boobs. She now wants boobs, and I knew it was only 2.2 seconds before she was gonna tell them that they needed to pay for her new boobs. And what did she do? She told them they're gonna have to pay for her new boobs. Wendy has also decided to launch her own candle line, and I said, well, it's about time. Every housewife has something. Skincare, wine, bed linens, makeup, perfume, cookbooks, you know, everybody has a hustle, handbags, eyeglasses. And my thing is, why not? If you have the opportunity to create other streams of revenue, being on the Housewives is one of the best things that could happen to you and your business. So go for it, Wendy. As she has decided to take her placenta and turn it into pills to take it to stabilize her mood. You know, she had a really rough time with postpartum. I'm not sure exactly how placenta helps, but if it helps her, I say good for you and good luck with that.
Birth naturally twice. Never said hello to my placenta. I turned my head. I was like, bye, bye. I didn't want to bond with it or chew it on it and put it back in my body. I'm getting sick.
Karen is a full-on mess, but I did watch a cooking show. I think these ladies were from England, and on their show, one of the ladies had recently had a baby. They fried her placenta and ate it, and they said it was good, but my thought is, no thank you. No thank you, I ate before I got here. I'm not interested in placenta.
I had to look up Sing Sing, and now I know it's a jail in New York. The Sing Sing thing was a stretch. I just thought it went well with Hot Box.
Now, personally, I think Karen is absolutely lying. There has been stuff all over the blogs. There has been stuff all over the internet that when Gizelle and Jamal were engaged, Jamal allegedly cheated on Gizelle with multiple people, and that led her to a mental breakdown and into a hospital, allegedly. And I think that Karen absolutely knew what she was saying when she said Sing Sing, and she didn't want to just come out and say, landed you in a mental facility. Either way, I think Karen realized that she went a little too far below the belt, and she wanted to try to clean it up and say that she didn't realize that Sing Sing was a jail in New York. I think everybody knew what Sing Sing was. And I think everybody who knew the story about Gizelle allegedly going into a mental facility knew what you were getting to. I'm just saying. Now, Candace has decided that she is going to go to Karen's luncheon. However, she's nervous about going there because she believed that Karen did not acknowledge her pain and her situation with Monique. My thing is, Monique is gone now. Karen, I believe she did acknowledge Candace's pain. I think she just didn't do it in the way that Candace wanted her to. Karen did not want to pick sides. She wanted to still be friends with Candace and also still be friends with Monique. And I think that Candace wanted her to take a clean break from Monique and just absolutely be there to support Candace. And sometimes you just can't have it that way. If you are friends with two people and they are at each other's throats, I think the best thing to do is to remain neutral if you want to keep both friendships. And I think that's what Karen did. So I'm hoping that Candace and Karen can come together, have a conversation, and put all of that in the past. So Gizelle has a conversation with her daughters. She wanted to give them relationship advice. Honey, listen, her daughters ended up giving her relationship advice. They let her know that she is not good at relationships. She doesn't know how to pick a man. She doesn't know how to be emotionally supportive to people. She mentions that at one point she dated an NBA player who blew out his knee, and he had so many emotional ups and downs, and it was just too much for her. And her daughter said, you're supposed to be emotionally supportive. That's what a relationship is. Honey.
And he was depressed, and then I had to go through the high and the lows and the ups and the downs, and I didn't have time.
It's not a relationship.
That's the point.
You're not very good with emotional support.
Right.
At all.
Your boyfriends are horrible.
You have horrible choice.
And you don't even know how to break up with someone.
Take a little bit of my advice.
We're not taking it.
As a mom, I don't want to hear that from my kids. I don't want to find out that they think that, number one, I have no idea what to look for in a man. Number two, I have bad taste. Number three, I'm not emotionally available. I would start to wonder, do they think that I'm not emotionally available to them as well? And then they told her they don't want to take advice from her. And I thought, well, shoot, that's kind of part of my job description as a mom. You know, giving out a little advice. Dang, you know, I would just be devastated. Where have I gone wrong? It's time to reevaluate. The kid doesn't want any of my advice. I'm just saying, if they don't want your advice, just give it anyway. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. When everyone starts arriving at Karen's, we find out that Mia is her husband's fourth wife. She says that when she met Gordon, he was on his third wife. I said, well, what? And Ray bust out laughing and he said, well, how'd you manage that? I'm still on my first wife. And Karen let him know quickly. She said, and last, okay? She is the first and the last wife, and they have been together for 25 years. She wants everybody to know it. I said, oh, bye. You know, I don't think I would mind being the second wife. You know, maybe he had learned something from the first marriage. I don't know. Let me just move on. I'm just saying. Wendy and her husband get there, and she mentions, you know, is Robin and Gizelle coming? Karen says, no, Robin is not going to come. And Mia makes this comment that, you know, about Gizelle not coming because Gizelle doesn't have a man. Well, okay. She is currently single. She was single last season too. That was all fake. But anyway, moving on. Ashley is there, but she's without Michael. Michael stayed home with baby Dean, and I think that was on purpose. Michael didn't show up to the reunion last year, and I don't think he's ready to deal with these people. You know, he feels mistreated and misjudged by the group, and personally, I'm fine with Michael not coming to anything. I'm fine with him not even being in any scenes for the rest of the season, but I don't think I'm that lucky. Moving on. So Candace and Chris show up, and I was really happy to see that they came. Chris was very supportive of Candace. Her and Karen decided to just let everything be. They would get together later and have a little tea and a conversation. They were going to use the day to show love to each other.
How old are you?
Well, I had to go back and look at my ID. I'm 36 years old.
So, okay, but you said you had a clitoroplasty.
I did.
That's what I thought it was. I thought, you know, like the babies came out and had like really done a number.
Most women do that because of having a baby. I did that because I just, you know, we get it in a little bit too much.
So the bean is getting beat up?
That's what it sounds like. Oh my God.
I've known Mia for 5 seconds, honey. And we learned about her busted ass bean already. She sounds like a party to me.
I appreciate that she's really open. I don't know if I'm willing to share that information so soon. But thank you, Mia.
Now,
You don't think her character is good?
it's questionable.
But you also asked for her number after that.
Well, what I was trying to do was enlighten the air, which is probably something you should have done because it was your home.
If you stop talking, you'll understand and listen.
Woo! What we're gonna be is nice in here.
Okay, I'm done talking to her.
They're not going to come for me because we're not coming for you.
I wasn't coming for
I'm not done. Don't do that.
So don't do that.
Don't put your hand in my face.
Oh, it's in your face. What are you gonna do about it?
Oh.
We're giving love. We're giving love.
That was so rude. Oh my God.
Okay, so Wendy is giving me major aggressive this season. I don't know exactly what it is that she has against Mia, but she's being really rude. Okay, so right now I'm a little more into Mia. Wendy had her hand all in Mia's face. But as soon as Mia put her hand up, then all of a sudden, Wendy is upset. Get your hand out of my face. Don't wave your hand in my face. And Mia let her know, what you gonna do? I think Wendy may have met her match. And then Wendy makes that comment that Mia was rude. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You were the rude. You started this argument for no reason. What is it that you have against Mia? You are being extremely aggressive. Remember last season you wanted to call Monique aggressive? Everybody was scared of Monique. Oh my gosh, she's so aggressive. You were being a little aggressive too. I'm just saying. So they decided to play a game. It's supposed to be the newlywed game. And there was a little judgment. One of the questions was about their favorite position. Mia and her husband said missionary. Wendy and her husband said doggy. And then Wendy makes this comment as if, you know, she's making fun of Mia and her husband liking the missionary position. And I said, well, that's those people's business. You know, that is nobody's business. I'm just saying, that's those people's business. If they like it that way, let them like it, okay? It's his fourth wife. He should have it his way. Then they had a question about the weirdest place that they've had the sex. And Mia and her husband said the Waffle House bathroom. And all I could say was, ew. I mean, ew. Has any of you been to a Waffle House bathroom? Yikes. Honey, listen. I don't know. But Wendy was making faces and I was making the same face. So we'll let that one slide.
What does that say? You need to make sure that it doesn't be like something else. Okay.
Wendy, I don't understand it, okay? You clearly are worried about Mia. You know, Mia said that she thinks that you're insecure. Your behavior is sort of acting insecure. Later on, when they answered the question, her and her husband both had non-applicable and she had none, which the non-applicable is what she told him to write. Girl. Now, what was funny to me is Ray said Katie. And I cracked up because everybody was shocked, including Karen. I think he said Katie because she's not on the cast right now. Now, these ladies are a mess. That man said she was the bartender. Do we believe she was the bartender, peeps? Get down in the comments and let me know. Was Mia stripping or was she clearly bartending? I don't know. Get down in the comments and let me know. Anyway, this episode was pretty good. I cannot wait to see what happens the rest of this season. Potomac is coming in hot. And until next time, bye.